Don, 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 donkey. Don, 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 donkey. Don, don, donkey. Well, I'm streaming. We're singing the Don, don, donkey song on stream. And we're eating pills. Good morning, everybody. Have you had pills this morning? These are stale pills. They're not fresh pills, but they're still pills. Oh, there we go. Yeah, pills. L streamer. Rip. Is that good? Is it live now? Yeah, we're gonna raw dog the internet. Let's go. All right, camera's good now. No one got me. I don't know why my VPN's being shit. I don't know. Okay, let's go. We're gonna start things off this week by reading some comments from last week. No. I mean, this always sends me down a rabbit hole and a spiral, so I'm sure you guys are here for it while we eat pills, but just while we eat pills. All right, because there's some comments here that are ridiculous. What a wonderful start of the stream conversation. Now that's a good comment. We only focus on the negativity. George ranting streams are the best. No. We gotta. George is right on with the Roman Empire debasing their silver coin with lesser metals to increase the amount of money. No, you don't understand. We have to increase the amount of money. Do you understand how stupid that is? I think that everybody here against the gold standard is planted by the CIA. This guy had reasonable critiques of Hong Kong. What a banger beginning. Wow, it's only the positive comments. You're the first guy I know that pretends to be an anarchist but despises activism. Oh yeah, I'm a real. See, you got to make a difference between cyber information anarchy and real life anarchy. Information anarchy, great. Crypto anarchy, great. Real life anarchy, fuck that shit. You know why? Because in real life, that's when they pull the gats out. In internet, you can just close your eyes like Tyler the Creator said. So that's what I'm saying. So we can have anarchy, but only on the internet. You can't have anarchy in the real world because I live in the real world. Okay? Does that be clear? Oh yes. Love how your POV sounds so naive sometimes. That trust feeling of yours regarding interview by Chinese officials. I actually really liked this comment. This guy's an idiot, but the trust feeling is definitely one of George's correct takes. Unlike the US, China has an actual culture that influences the way everyone acts. That's a gross oversimplification because there's no capturing culture with words. Anyway, people aren't defined by politics. You have to experience a place firsthand to understand. And on this small bit of public trust, George has experience, and I'd say he's correct. My brother got caught attempting to take a knife onto a bullet train, and they simply confiscated the knife, marked the stuff on record, and we were chill all throughout. Officials don't really have any animosity. And if they do, they don't show it and are friendly and understanding. This is a much better way to put the distinction than I did. And then he's absolutely right. People living in medium trust societies don't get it. I really want to find the one where somebody's talking about, George is very smart with code, but stupid with politics and people in general. Okay, so, I run a company. I run two companies. I don't really run comma anymore. I'm mostly, I do run tinygrad. I did found comma. And I employ like 30 people. Just how many people do you employ, right? That's what you always got to remember this about haters, right? If you want to hate, see, the best thing to do is get a lot of skill, and then when you hate on someone, it actually matters. But no, the real one that I wanted to find, you believe the ideal society is one where everyone is rich, and that's not the worst thing. You genuinely believe it is possible for everyone to be rich. Hell yeah, it's possible. Let's just all be rich. When to be rich, you need to exploit the working class and steal their surplus value. Like, stop reading Marxist shit. What? That's not how it works. You being rich. See, and this is the distinction. I define being rich in absolutes. If you define being rich in relatives, if for you, in order to be rich, somebody else has to be poor. Somebody else has to be below you, because otherwise, how would you know you're rich? You're a terrible person. And it's this Girardian resentment that is leading to the downfall of Western society. Because that's not how being rich works. Being rich means you got a nice place to live, you got good food, you got nice electronics, life's chill. That's what being rich is. So yeah, everyone can be rich. We can all have nice stuff. We can all have a comfortable life. We can all, and we don't exploit the working class and steal their surplus value. We exploit technology. Because technology is the best thing ever, right? Think about it. You used to have to plant shit in the ground by hand. Then we built tractors. Is that exploiting the working class? Is having a tractor exploiting the working class, or is it exploiting nature? We need to exploit the shit out of nature and make everybody super fucking rich. That's a nice world, right? But it's this resentment. It's the same thing. It's the same thing the guy's talking about the animosity. And that is why the demoralization of Western society is just beginning. Because you got to get over that. And it's going to take a long time and a lot of grounding people into the dirt in order for them to get over it. We got to let some people starve in the streets. Until there's people starving in the streets, no one's going to be ready to get over their resentment. But he's a billionaire! You can't have billionaires being our government! Okay, you deserve no food. George, you can't just say that! I can, and I just did. Full white supremacist based on Lex Friedman podcasts. Yikes! No, but where's the other one that I wanted to talk about? Yes. George is the type of person who has never lived under true oppression or real poverty. And I replied to this guy. Because user TD5GY2FH3P, where do you live? I'm curious. Because I would say that there are a few places in the world where there is true oppression, maybe say North Korea, or real poverty, maybe say South Sudan. So there are definitely places where there is true oppression or real poverty. But if I find out you live in fucking America and you're talking to me about true oppression and real poverty, yeah, you want to talk about the type of person who's never lived under true oppression or real poverty? If you're truly from one of those countries where they have serious problems in their government, sure. But yeah, how old are you and what country are you from? It definitely existed in the past, right? If you go back to 1950s China, yeah, we could talk about oppression and poverty. You fast forward to 2025 China, yeah, there's no oppression or poverty. There's things to talk about in the west of China, but if you're but I don't think this guy lives in China. This guy speaks English. So that's what where's your true oppression or real poverty? Are you claiming that you live under that? Or are you claiming that you read about it in some book, you watched some YouTube video about people who are oppressed? Yeah, watch that YouTube video. Are you still in Hong Kong? Insult Xi? Why would I insult Xi? He's built a nice society. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to agitate. And I'll tell you about this. This is I don't believe in voice. I don't believe that I should come here to Hong Kong and be able to have a voice to change the system. I have no right at all to change the system. What I do have a right to is exit. If I decide that I don't like the system here, I can get on a plane and I can go somewhere else. And that's your right in the world. I think that's the universal human right. The universal human right is exit. If you are, and you can tell this by, those are, you want to talk about what countries are oppressive. The countries that do not let you leave, those countries are oppressive. Oppression doesn't mean that you're allowed to, you come into my house and you insult me, you're going to get, thrown out of my house. But you're not going to get held prisoner in my house. So there's a big distinction there. You're going to be shown the door. I show you my nice hospitality and you come in here and you insult me, I will show you the door. And yeah, I think it's happening right now in America. If you want to come into America and then start going off and start insulting America, well, I think there's the door. I think all the people who are doing that for America, all the people who are like, I want to live in America and I want to insult it. There's the door. George, but you insult America on the stream all the time. Yeah, and I'm in Hong Kong. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to criticize, but the kind of people who live in America and talk about how America fundamentally is a country founded on slavery or racism or whatever bullshit. Come on. All right, what country would you like to go to? Oh, yeah. The Ukraine situation is incredibly sad. If this person is posting from Ukraine, credit. But I doubt it. Special economic zone in the U.S. Yeah, but only if it has real power. I think you could fix a lot with special economic zones in the U.S. But again, you need real power behind them, like the ones in China. Yeah, and you could I don't know. If that's what it comes to, there's a question of what percent of the people in the U.S. are too far gone down a resentment rabbit hole. The demoralization is just beginning. You can't exit the U.S. income tax even if you live on Mars. True. Okay, so let's not spend. I'm a bitter and resentful person who has no valid argument. Oh, eating pills, man. Oh, how do people eat so many pills every day? Well, I think what will happen as the U.S. retreats from being a global power is that the U.S. will no longer be able to enforce its global taxation system. So they'll be able to enforce it with friendly countries, but I think countries like Dubai will say, hey, look, move to Dubai. If the U.S. comes looking for taxes, we'll be like, I don't know. Is there even enough gold in the world to support the amount of money in circulation? That's a good question. Of course there is. It's just what we're going to price the gold at. Dubai isn't a country? I think it is. It's an emirate. The UAE? Dubai is a city. That's true. It's an emirate. It's in the same country as Abu Dhabi. How can a small country resist oppression and maintain its sovereignty? Well, people forget this about sovereignty. Sovereignty is literally just what you have. How can a small country resist oppression and maintain its sovereignty? Again, it depends on what you mean by oppression. Hong Kong used to be a British colony. I don't think these people were oppressed by the British. Not even sure what that would mean. I think about decentralized science. Does it have a token? If it has a token, it's fucking stupid, okay? That's a simple rule. That's a simple rule of, here's a project. Does it have a token? Yes, stupid. That's simple. All right, let's do things. Let's not just rant today. That was the opening rant. We have a beautiful 9070 in this computer. I think technically Dubai is not a country. I think the UAE is a country because like you can drive to Abu Dhabi and I don't think you have to go through like a border. So, but good, you're starting to figure out that there is no like, oh, this is what makes stuff a country and this is what makes stuff not a country. It's just kind of all whatever kind of accepts you, blah 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 blah. If your replacement AMD driver is good, why does the tinybox web shop still list the driver as mediocre? Well, yeah, maybe it's time we change that. Should we edit it? Want to edit the tiny? You want to edit the website? Let's edit the website. Don 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 donkey. Now, what should we change driver quality to? Developing. All right, like a developing country. Does that sound good? But no, really, how about this? What if we just went here and read comments that said good things? Maybe we'll do that next week. Maybe we'll only read positive comments. Look at how tiny my screen is now. This is unbelievable. I don't know how anyone works on a 1080 screen. I mean, it doesn't help that the Mac doesn't have subpixel rendering. Developing. Move me. I think the website is, I think I made this open now too, so anyone can submit pull requests to it. Beautiful web dev skills, right? Thank you. I used React and compiled it with Babel, and I love that levels.io troll. We like list this like super complex stack, and he's like, "Bro, no, I used PHP and MySQL." Don 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 donkey. Okay, so I've put the GPU in the hole, and we can see it's in the hole there. But when I do rockm SMI, well. After taking a long time, it tells me this, which, is someone using these GPUs right now? Why is there a % used? Just my VS Code server, okay. I don't know. All right, let's upgrade RockM. Who's ready for this experience? Or is this even supposed to work for... What RockM do I have? 3.1. Is this going to support? I don't know. All right, should we just YOLO it? Let's YOLO it. Who thinks this is going to just work? Come on, AMD. I have faith in you now. I'm an AMD shill. Wait, oh, did I? What release is this? 922. Yeah, we could use dialogue. We need more dialogue. We need more open and friendly dialogue. Install the package maintainer's version. All right. Sure, download 2.7 gigabytes. That sounds like a good number of gigabytes. What's the goal for today? Well, we're just gonna play with this GPU, and we're gonna see maybe we can get the driver working. Maybe we can get new matrix cores working. We'll just see what we can get working. Okay, so AMD released this GPU. Now, there is a question if we all got majorly rugged on the price. So they announced the price. This is like the new scam they seem to pull. They announced the price at $599, but you can't actually buy them anywhere for $599. We'll see. I mean, maybe this will actually go down to $599. And it's because retailers have inflated prices. Wait, egregious, what? I paid $950 for this GPU. I mean, I haven't even gotten a 5090 yet. I have no 5090s. I have some on order with a large company that promised me they were going to get me some. And then I think NVIDIA said, we're not putting the tiny boxes in data centers. The tiny boxes are not for data centers. It's not the kind of thing you're going to put in a data center. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you use Noctua fans if you're going to, like, even the tiny box Pro is not really, I mean, you could maybe put them in data centers, but like, this is the only one we're building with 5090s. It's not a data center computer. It is an AI computer. NVIDIA basically told, my understanding is they told all the board makers that you better not sell to AI fucks and you better only sell to gamers. So considering we're AI fucks, we don't get any. I'm pretty sure you've talked about it, but what do you think about Cerebus? Their tokens per second is insane, and I really want to use them for work. Well, then use them, bro. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? Is it the Don Don Donkey song? Because Don 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 Donkey. That's going to take a while to install. We can start with the driver if we want to go crazy. Do you want to see how far we can get with the driver? We can like RM mod AMD GPU. Now let's just let this install. Let's see if it's going to work first. Yeah, so we're playing with this GPU. It's really cool. AMD releases the instruction set. So this is the instruction set for that GPU. You can learn about the whammies. They have new fancy whammies. Oh, I didn't show you guys too. We also have these computers. You know what's in here? Eight MI300Xs. So we have two of these computers. They were gifts from AMD. We're working on this stuff too. Well, this one's a bounty. UUVN is working on it. Getting the runtime supported with this. But we're struggling right now because this GPU is not actually, each one of these is actually 8 GPUs. I'll show you kind of how it works. So there you go. It kind of shows you. This is what one of the MI300Xs looks like. It's like wild. Here's a better picture. So each one of these is pretty much a GPU. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all connected with a very high-speed interconnect, though, and the interconnect speed is faster than the memory. And if the interconnect speed is faster than the memory, in a lot of ways, you can just treat the whole thing as one GPU. But if I go in here, so there's a tool called UMR. It's pretty cool. UMR is will let you look into the registers of. Didn't actually like install. Where is this shit? Source app UMR. You gotta run that shit with sudo. Let's see what we can do here. Let's list the blocks. So these are the blocks inside this GPU, and you can see that there's 8 GFX cores. So let's go back to this computer. Let's download UMR. And let's see what blocks are in the new GPU. Do you like how big my monitor is now? Can everybody read the text? ROCm is not the firmware on the card. So ROCm means many different things. You guys want a little lesson on how this shit works? Let's read the tinygrad docs. I think we kind of talk about it in the docs a little. So you started the driver. The driver is what sits between the hardware and then provides like an abstraction to be able to do things like allocate memory, create queues. Like you can create these like different queues. These different queues are like compute queues, SDMA queues. Just like it brings up the physical hardware to a point that you can start to send commands to it. Then you have this thing called the runtime. I can show you where these things are in tinygrad. So tinygrad has a complete sovereign stack for AMD. The only non-tinygrad code that's used at all in the AMD workflow is LLVM. I think I've talked about this before, but so this is the runtime. So the runtime includes things like a compute, so the compute queue, the queue itself is created by the driver, but this allows you to actually put things in the queue. So this is like putting an exec command in the queue. You have to set up some registers. So like these registers include, here we can look here at like, so this is where the local size is. Where's the global size? So yeah, we put the global size here in the dispatch packet. The local size is just like the width of the SIMD within the workgroup processor. But then this global size is like how many of them to do, and then you send that, and then you can actually run these commands on the GPU. And GPUs are really very simple machines. So this is using what's called PM4. So AMD has 2 low-level ways. There's this thing called the MEC or the ACE. I know they use lots of stupid acronyms, but so here we can look at it for the. They have this little document for the MI300. So this is actually one of the what's called an XCD. So those 4 things are called XCDs. I don't know where that picture went, but there's those 8 things. So there's 8 of these in the GPU. These are the compute units where the GPU compute actually happens. And then these compute accelerators are what reads off of these, HQD stands for hardware queue descriptor. So it reads off these hardware queues, sends them to the hardware scheduler, which actually puts the jobs on the CU of the GPU. Wow, this is why these companies use acronyms like this. AMD and Qualcomm love like tons of acronyms. Oh, you mean the ACE, you mean the MEC, which is part of the ME, which is overall part of the CP. Yeah, that's right. So yeah. Yeah, there's 8 vertically stacked XCDs. Yeah, so these packets are parsed by these compute accelerators, and then these are just registers on the GPU in the hardware scheduler. So that'll get the hardware scheduler to actually put jobs on the compute units. You guys know basically what a GPU looks like, right? I shouldn't. If you don't know what a GPU looks like, go to like noob college or wherever noobs go. So this is the 7900 XTX. You can see each of these things is a dual compute unit. Each of these is a shader engine, but not a separate GPU. I know it looks like a separate GPU, but notice how the L2s are here. So it's all just levels. It's all just like different hierarchy. What is it? Levels, Jerry, levels. Okay. So we set it up. I don't know. If we reboot the computer, who thinks it won't ever come back? Oh, please come back. Oh, yes, come back. Good computer. Donkey. And it has 16 SDMAs, so we can bring up that V300X picture again. Jeez, what was the picture? This picture. So it has 16 SDMAs. I haven't looked into this totally yet, but I believe that it's 2 per one of these. So you can see this is 128 gigabytes per second on the PCIe, but it also has Infinity Fabric linking it to the other GPUs. So there's sometimes a picture of that, but it's a full mesh. So you have 8 GPUs, so there's 7 links out to the other GPUs and then 1 link back to the host with the PCI Express. So yeah, we're having lots of fun with these. And then we also have the RDNA4. I picked RDNA4 because no one's really working on it externally, and I think it'll be easier. There's stuff about this chip that's complex. RDNA4 might just be literally simple stuff. Yeah, so this shows there's the RAM. Each one of these is an XCD. They have 38 compute units each. You back yet? Come back. But yeah, no, the GPU market's actually super bleak. Like I said, I've gotten my hands on no 5090s yet. I'm not gonna pay some eBay scalper $3,500 for. But the GPUs aren't even ever gonna be sold for $2,000. Like they're all doing this scam now. You try vibe coding. You get. By the way, I hope Mr. Peter Levels doesn't take insult to when I describe his vibe-coded flight simulator as mediocre, because it is a very mediocre flight simulator. But the fact that he's making money off it, I love like the indie game devs who are like, I spent 5 years on this game and I worked on every pixel and it doesn't make any money, and then this guy makes this bullshit in 2 weeks. Yeah, based. You know, you don't like you got to think about how to hook people and entertain them. Well, you know where I got a lot of GPUs? Does anyone want to buy a tinybox red? I have a ton of tinybox reds in stock. Can I interest you in a red? The driver is developing now. Maybe someone will click that buy button. Oh no. It hasn't come back yet, boys. It hasn't come back yet. If it's just gone, it's gone. No, I can do some stuff over on this monitor that might try to fix it. So this is a prototype of a tinybox 2. So it has PCIe 5. AMD's driver bricked my computer. No, I can connect to the BMC hopefully over here. No, sales is not above tech. You guys are idiots. You guys are missing the whole point. It's not like that. That actually entirely misses the point. It's not about sales. It's the fact that his game is a tweet and I can click a link and I can engage with it. It's that simple. Versus, well, I'm not going to sell on Steam because Steam is exploitative to minorities. I'm only going to sell it on this indie game store. And you can't use credit cards like Visa and MasterCard because they don't allow the WikiLeaks donations to the sex workers or whatever. You gotta use the wallet network and buy it through this. No, you've made me jump through too many hoops. That's why tinygrad doesn't have any dependencies. There's no hoops to jump through. You just gotta pip install tinygrad. You can go do that right now. Who's pip installing tinygrad right now? User experience over sales. User experience over everything. It's not about the tech, it's about the user experience. And John Blow's take on, oh, it's back. Oh, it has returned. Okay, who thinks it's gonna work now? You think it's gonna be there? Who thinks it's gonna be there? Oh, it's there! Whoa, did we just have a good experience with AMD driver shit? Why are all of these like on? What are they doing? Why are you doing something? All right. Let's try hip equals 1. Oh, I don't know which GPU it's actually targeting. Is it gonna tell me? It's not gonna tell me. Okay, the problem is this can actually just be using the, I don't know if this is using the 7900s or it's using the, how are we gonna find that out? Oh, let's also try ROCm bandwidth test. AMD's driver situation has gotten a lot better. Just overall, the fact that you can copy and paste their one thing. You guys know I'm an AMD investor now, so this has definitely changed my shill calculus. We now shill. Oh, look at this one. Whoa, their PCIe even works pretty well. So you can see this one's faster because it's, let's just check dmessage and make sure we're not getting any AERs. What are those errors? Oh, yeah. I mean, okay. No, apparently, so what we think the issues with the 7900 XTX were, we actually think it was a hardware bug that was causing a lot of the issues. So we have a fix. Nimblegen put a fix in. No, more recent than that. Where is? I think you can see it in the driver. So hard on this tiny monitor. Can't see anything. Oh, here we go. This one. Turn off unorg dispatch. So there's a flag on the HUD, you guys should know what that is now, called unordered dispatch. And apparently this is what they had to turn on to fix their race condition. There's probably some hardware issue in the hardware scheduler on RDNA3 where you have to turn this on if you're going to dispatch both. It's possible it's fixable in firmware. So there's the Mac, which does the things, then there's the ME, Mac, which does the compute things, and then there's the ME, which does the graphics things. Why is this so slow? Okay. But yeah, so there's this flag called unordered dispatch on the PQ. On the hardware queue. Yeah. So I think this is, and it's not actually the mech. It's not actually the mess. All my complaints were not actually about the mess. The mess just turns out to be what reports the error. They did not have any sort of CI, as far as I could tell. Anish is pushing for it. I think he's making progress on that front. He's talking about the right things. He's talking about CI. He's talking about continuously updated builds, like nightlies, like just basically normal software stuff that I think AMD kind of lacked. But the situation's getting better, it seems. So, you know, I'm an investor. I've invested $250,000 in AMD. I put my money where my mouth is. Because if AMD, like, I'm so happy to, OpenAI looks like such clowns. Like they're posting all that stuff where, the US and the China and the models and the open source and the, like, you guys are such clowns. I hope Sam Altman understands that he destroyed his company. OpenAI could have stayed open. They could have easily attracted the money. There would have been no problems at all. They could have attracted the money. They could have stayed open. They could have commoditized this technology, and Sam Altman would be a hero. Instead, look what happened. OpenAI's models are like kind of on par, maybe a little better than the competition, but not seriously. You now got Elon on your ass. Elon never would have done this. So it's yeah, they're really trying to make it political instead of building an amazing product. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with DeepSeek. I hope that the Chinese government is chill about DeepSeek and understands that the best thing to do is to kind of let them cook. That's if your goal is to demoralize the Americans, just let DeepSeek cook. Yeah. No, Elon. I watched. I like. You guys know Channel 5 News. He had a thing where he went through like what Elon's radicalization was, and he says kind of a big moment was the Biden EV summit. Biden held an EV summit where they praised like Mary Barra as the future of electric vehicles, and she shipped 3 cars. At this point, I think Elon was just like, holy shit, they're complete idiots, and their idiocy is going to bring me down. Like, he just imagines you're Elon, you're watching this, and you're just like, oh my god, these people are retarded. They're actually retarded. There's no like oh, because I don't use union labor? What? Enjoy poverty. And then Elon looks around and he's like, wait, who am I telling to enjoy poverty? I'm the richest guy in this country. I'm the richest guy in the world. That's shit. That sounds like I'm going to enjoy poverty. I don't want to do that. All right. We're going to have to do something about this. All right, how's the government? How does that work? Well, I think you gotta like, if you could have like hearts and minds and you could like control the media and stuff. How much does the media cost? I'm gonna ask Twitter. Wait, how much is Twitter? you see the wheels turning his head, right? Yeah, so smart. All right, where were we? Okay, so this obviously is not working. Why? Device node. Okay, let's add a print statement to HIP. live. Jeff equals hip device. Okay. Donkey. Do debug equals 1. I only really need one thing. Okay. So yeah, that's is there a smarter way to figure this out? First, let's see if we have 5. No, that one still has that same. It's node 3, so maybe we set it to 3, or maybe it's 2 because we have to subtract 1. Who knows? Oh, there we go. Look at that. We found it. It's called device 2. You want to try some matmulls on it? That's not going to work. I already said debug equal 1. Five gigaflops. Well, that's not a lot of gigaflops. It looks like, oh, we have to go to half if we want to use them anyway. Oh. LLVM error. Oh, okay. Yeah, LLVM error. You guys know Don Donkey? I need a big T. Okay, well, no luck there. Let's look into making our runtime work. It's probably really simple. So this is in ops AMD. Let's add that same print here. Why didn't that print? Oh, here it is. Okay. Opening 0 with RHGFX. Okay, so we can do visible devices equals 2. You don't need a hip visible. I mean, you can use hip visible devices, but when you're using the Okay, so that just didn't open at all, and let's figure out where the error was. Okay, unsupported arch, GFX 2021. So that to 13. Wait, no way. Okay. Did that just work? I mean, this might be the easiest shit ever. We have the vigipers per. Oh, it's like taking a while to save or something. How come that's already there? Who put that there? Like, it's already meant to support this chip. Did someone like already add support for it and all I had to do was change this? Cool. Well, yeah, okay, so I think it just kind of works. I mean, the cDNA one is different, but the RDNA one I thought might be like dead simple, and it looks like it kind of was. It sure looks like it works. I don't know, you guys like want to run llama on it or something? Let's see, like, what's the easiest way to run llama now? Do I have like a text way? I'm gonna download. That's just sick if that works. It means this like stack's super portable. I mean, I guess it should be. There shouldn't have really been any changes to this stuff. Oh, especially once we'll have this stuff so it actually imports from the other files. Should we try to get the driver to work? So this is still using the kernel driver from every 2 seconds run rock me SMI. Yeah, okay. Cool. Question. Are you running on a 7900? Got to compile the first time. It's a little slow. Shouldn't be that slow. I'll give it time. Or did something not run? Okay, well, that doesn't look right. Let's see if it works if I put it on the other GPU. ND, 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 ND. What are you working on? You should know what I'm working on by reading the title. But you, Chris something something? I have no idea. Okay, so it works on this GPU. Tell me a long, boring story. Okay, so how come this doesn't work on the new GPU, but it only works on the old GPU? Let out a massive eep, and then the one bumbling first grader in a state of high alert let out a massive eep to the bumbling second grader in a state of high alert, and the one bumbling first grader. Okay, that's probably just really how stupid this model is. Okay, why does it not work on this one? Let's run some tests and figure it out. Yeah, no errors, but it gives weird response. I know. I have a little bit of tea left. We'll go get it. Maybe there's a good tea in there. Ooh, there's a Squid Game energy drink. All right, did any of those tests fail? One of them, oh, I see. That's okay. We can look into that problem. Did any other tests fail? What do we think changed between the cards? Yeah, we're going to come out with a tinybox 2 with, it's written here. I have a mailing list if you're interested in the new tinybox. We're going to do a tinybox green V2. We might be out of stock of the greens forever. But yeah, tinybox green V2 with 4x5090. It's going to cost the same as the green V1. It's going to have a Genoa processor in it to support the PCIe 5. I mean, okay. So there's a bunch of ways we can start diving into this, delving, so to say. How does all those tests pass? But then I try it with Llama and it fails. This is really the worst. Probably like one bit of subtle bullshit. Yeah, clearly broken. And the matmos are broken. Do you guys want to look at the matmos, or do you guys want to look at the why the other stuff doesn't work? Who's more interested in which? We have a guy coming to work at Tiny who's the expert on the memory layout for SDMA changed. Oh, you think like the offsets to these registers changed? I mean, to be fair, I am importing this, which could be different now. I mean, they could have changed that. They could have changed a lot of stuff. Yeah, this isn't really the right idea. This should really just wait for the refactor. UUVN's working on a refactor that's going to support the Me300X. Might just be better to wait for that. AMD GPU Navi 10 doorbell mech ring 0. It could be something like that. No, I mean, the fact that only some of the kernels don't work probably has more to do with like this kind of garbage. It sure has local memory. Set default scratch size to 128 bytes per thread. Okay. It could just be like all this stuff that's different. I wish we knew where this came from. It's got to be something like this. Something wrong with the local memory. I don't know. I'm going to just YOLO that. GFX wave size is per SE. All right, first, we got to find a failing test. If nothing in ops is going to fail. Well, okay. First, I have another way to fix this. Let's just disable that for now. And how do we do that? We want to go into the, oh, this functionality was just added. So if I go into the C-style renderer, into the AMD renderer, okay, well, at least that doesn't error anymore, but it's not using the tensor cores. Let's put a little gas on them tests. My test dash n auto. Go. Big fail. Does it pass with the other one? Does it work in parallel, or is like 32 like just too crazy? No, it fails with that too. Okay, never mind. I don't know why it doesn't work. But... oh, there's probably like some like... Yeah, it works with 4. I think there's just some resource limitation. Okay, so it passes on, this is the other GPU. The 7900. Oh yeah, it runs out of SDMA queues to allocate. That's interesting. We could probably late allocate the SDMA queues to not have a problem there. Don, don, don. Got to work back from the kernels that aren't working. I know. I guess like none of these things are really stressing the shit out of locals. You got to get to Beam if you want to do that. Oh. Someone want to improve the tests? I always check my git diff to see what I'm up to. So you see we disabled the tensor cores, changed that, we added some debug prints. Okay, so all those tests pass. Let's just triple check to make sure that that's actually hitting the right GPU. Let's also try to understand, it'll be fun, we'll try to understand actually what all those weird numbers mean. I didn't write them, someone else did, so they probably understand, but I don't. It's always good to understand. Understanding's a virtue. Okay, I don't know, I'll just YOLO all the tests and see what we get. There's gonna be some tests that fail. Okay, good. We got some failing tests. Let's see what's failing. Think it's anything interesting? I think it's bullshit. No device found for 1. Okay, it's bullshit. Compile failed? Initialization is not supported for shared variables? Huh? I mean, this seems unrelated to the GPU. This just might be like a different thing that I broke. Okay, let's let all the tests run. I should have let all the tests run in the first place, but I got impatient. So it's kind of annoying because in CI, we can't run all the tests. We only run a limited set on, well, testing on physical hardware is annoying because it's not like it can be in GitHub Actions. So these tests might just be failing on master if you run it on AMD hardware. Unrelated to the fact that it's a new GPU. Let's read that code that looks suspicious and is probably the problem. Okay, good, we got some failures, that's good. So where would that stuff be? I'm sure that many tests aren't failing. Some of those are probably real. Weak object has gone away. Oh no, where did the weak object go? Come on, print out the test failed. Why don't you print out the name of the test that failed in the meantime? These are all garbage. No, none of these are real. No one tests this. Oh, this is annoying. We should be like more aggressive about testing this, so then when we have these kind of problems, we can like look at them. Okay. How am I gonna find out which kernel is bad? Well, okay. So first, let's get a simpler benchmark failing. We have some tests here that actually test to make sure if I do benchmark, I hate that that loads so slow like this. I'm going to look into that. All right. Well, we can clearly see the junk there. What if I say no opt equals 1? It's probably something around locals. It's probably pretty subtle. It's unlikely to have changed. All that stuff's unlikely to have changed. Oh, okay. That seems real. I woke up in a car. It's just some optimization that's bad, probably involving locals. Does someone want to write a test that like goes through and actually tests the? All right, so here's what I found about asking anybody at AMD, and that was my my mistake. Let's see if we get the same answer on this GPU. Don't ask AMD; they don't know, or like someone in that company knows, but good luck trying to figure it out. Asking companies. They have a questions policy. They're just not as direct about it. They'll just kind of jerk you around if you ask questions. But hey, they sent us 2 computers, which is a big step for them. Okay, is that consistent? Why is it different on the 2 GPUs? That's concerning. Let's try GPT-2 and see if that one fails too. Because we definitely have tests for this. Ask the guys at AMD. Well, okay, they do have all this like dynamic register allocation stuff. Let's just look through the presentation of RDNA 4 and figure out what they might have changed. Useless. Okay, they changed the number of compute units. Ray tracing shouldn't affect anything. The tensor cores changed. We just disabled them. That should be fine. Is it actually a 4 nanometer chip? In some ways, I'm actually very excited about this GPU. Imagine putting huge grids of them in a computer. Imagine having like 56 of these. Okay, so what could have... Is any of this real? It's groundbreaking. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Oh, this is real. Okay. I also would not put it past AMD to have bugs in the compiler. So well, we can check it with HIP. We'll check it with HIP, and that'll let us know if there's... Okay, so GPT-2 works okay. It's just Llama that doesn't work. Let's check it with HIP. If it's broken with HIP, then oh, that's wrong. Let's say HIP visible devices equals 2. Actually, let's throw some debug 1 on there to make sure we're getting the right one. Just find the locals guy. Yeah, guys, it's broken with HIP. I didn't do it. Like, there's probably a bug in their compiler. Well, let's check. Let's make sure. Let's check HIP on the other one. Yeah, that one works fine. Yeah, the compiler probably has bugs. And it probably has to do with, so this one is using like small D type stuff. Yeah. Is the compiler targeting the right architecture? Yeah. Okay, possible. Let's check all of that. I mean, that's okay, hang on. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm so happy we have HIP so we can check this stuff. It's possible that I'm not piping the thing through right. Let's check the arch here. And then let's also disable the compiler cache. Oh, putting in the arch correctly. All right, let's disable, let's try it with O0. It's really slow because we disabled the compiler cache. Oh, broken. Okay, so we're putting in that correctly. Let's go change those to O0. Who thinks it's gonna work with O0? Okay, now before we, remember, we're not gonna blindly criticize AMD anymore because we are now investors in AMD. So we now shill for AMD. So I'm sure that their compiler works great and I'm just doing something wrong. Right? Do we believe? Aye. Okay, well. All right, let's sanity check. Let's check it on CPU. So with tinygrad, it's very easy to run like the same thing on CPU. It's just Clang. It's just normal Clang. Is it targeting the right architecture? Yeah, I mean, Probably. It's possible something else is weird here. Okay, we have a pull request to use LLVM. Just use LLVM directly, so we can try that. But remember, it's a new architecture, so it's very plausible that there's bugs in their LLVM implementation. So this is running it on the CPU. And we'll see if it gives something good. CPU is always a good place to sanity check. Hello. How is that the same as it was in the other one? Yeah, okay. So notice this is the one on the RDNA 3 GPU, and this is the one running locally on the CPU. So we get the exact same thing out of both of them. So that's correct. CPU is faster than I thought. Which chip? I think it's a 9124. Yeah. Yeah, tinygrad, guys, tinygrad's really good. It's not that fast. I mean, there's some places where it's, okay, so sanity check. So it's good on CPU. It's good on one GPU, but it's bad on, I have another reason to think the Arch stuff is wired up correctly because Woes Parrot has tested this stuff extensively on RDNA 2 GPUs. So I think that if there was like a problem passing the Arch in, if I was loading the wrong co-manager, it should throw an error. I don't think it's this like hip. Okay, let's try. There's a pull request, which mostly works. The guy's got to clean it up though. It's just ugly code. To use LLVM directly. I don't know. I mean, do we even want to waste time with this? The backend works. It's just really, as far as I can tell, there's just a bug in the compiler. Where is it? Did this get improved more? Oh, good. This got improved more. Okay, he's improving it. He's improving it. That's good. Yeah, this one. Notice there's been 63 comments on it. I'm just going to go over here and rebase that shit on master, and then we can check it out here, and we can see if it works. Oh, now there's a conflict we're going to resolve. Oh, Jesus. Render. Oh, we can read this code. I can't read it. Renderer, compiler. Okay, fine, that's fine. You guys know the Sweeney Todd song? I tend the tale of Sweeney Todd. His voice was queer and his eyes raw. Some 60 comment PR that has a conflict. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's good. Look. Okay. Well, we have my own failures here, man. What do I want to do about that? I kind of want to commit that. Those are pretty good changes, right? All right, let's check out. Let me push. RDNA4 support. Good. That's an easy enough branch name to remember. Let's delete. That. Check out that. Pull that. Great. They said RockM won't be supported for launch. Well, yeah, I mean, the compiler doesn't work. Right, so now this should compile with LLVM. If I do AMD LLVM equals 1, I think that's right. Oh, no. No, I did the rebase wrong. SuperNet. Okay, what's missing Arch? Oh, AMD Render is missing Arch. That's what I did in the rebase wrong. Okay, that's fine. No, there's no way that just worked. Oh, it's AMD underscore LLVM. Of course, there's going to be like 6 things that's going to bitch about. Yeah, there we go. There's one that it bitches about. Okay. Requires LLVM greater than 18. All right. Okay, now this is fine, exception, but you're supposed to tell me how to fix shit. All right. Ubuntu 22.04 install LLVM 18. There's like a, it's like this. Here we go. Oh, there's an automatic convenience script. Now we're talking. I love convenience, and oh, must be run as root. Whatever, YOLO. At least they informed him about it. No, this is the stupid AMD attitude. No, you can't just be like, well, technically, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face. Like, no, that's not okay. Like, you know what would be okay? Here's what would be okay. If instead of silently being wrong, they had an assert in LLVM that said, hey, we don't support that yet. Support coming, here's how you can help. Great, that's okay. Silent wrong output from your compiler? Yeesh, bro. Yeesh, I thought you were an adult. Okay, good, I think that works now. Okay, now we're using LLVM. Oh, we're gonna fix bugs in LLVM? Yo, should we contribute to AMD's bullshit? Maybe we'll think about it. We will think about it. Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. Llama. Where's my... No. Where'd my llama go? Oh, my llama's over here. Is it? All right, disable compiler cache. Don't use hip because hip's not going to work. So this should be closer to upstream and not using the why is it not calling LLVM in that? I feel like that didn't actually run with LLVM. I don't really know why though. That called LLVM in that. AMD underscore LLVM, did I spell it right? How come that didn't open LLVM? I mean, okay, a real simple way to check is we can just do debug equals 4 and say. Oh, okay, it's LVM. I don't know why it's not printing that. Or did I just miss it? I just missed it. Like you can see that that code is LVM. Oh, okay, now it's working. I don't know. Whatever. I just must have missed it. Oh, because it probably only prints with debug equals 2. Yeah, okay, that's fine. No, I know they say they won't support it, but again, having your compiler be silently wrong is like so deeply. Okay, we're getting eyes, even with LLVM. So there's probably a bug in LLVM. What else could it be? I am not interested in tracking this down. It probably has to do with like, yeah, like strange D types and LLVM. All right, should we build LLVM from source? Oh, I don't like that I just ran the YOLO script because now I don't know how to uninstall it. Just install everything. Fine. Really? I mean, I wish it would just print which LLVM got opened. I think I have that here. What debug level do I have to have that? Oh, okay, 3. Okay. Wow, so that installed LLVM 19, and LLVM 19 has a problem. Okay, again, before we go crazy and say it's the compiler, it's just. Did I do anything wrong? We gotta get to LLVM. Does AMD have their own forks somewhere? Okay, good point. Let's see. Rock M AMD LLVM project has not been updated in 4 years. I mean, if we really want to prove it's a compiler bug, and then we can really be like, yo, you guys fucked up, we have to find the compiler bug and fix it. Okay? You can't, if you want to criticize somebody, you have to show that you're better than them. And then you can criticize them. But if you're just going to criticize, you don't know, because you could not be better. So I think we're going to have to find it. All right, who's excited? Yay! Love lights beating on me hard, still remember everything, catch you when you fall. Show me the Carfax. Love gang, I don't wanna die here, nothing left to do, so baby just lie here. You guys know that song? We need to get that AMD. All right. So might even be in like loading the weights. Oh, okay, good. Good. Let's read this guy. You mean one of the most famous chip reviewers of all time? Oh yeah, this definitely looks like bugs. All right, so it's just, I mean, it's just mainline LVM. All right, let's start by building master, because that's what you do. Should build LVM pretty fast. So I will also note that if I do no opt, I get a different answer, but still not the correct answer. But these programs are probably going to be a lot easier to debug. Oh, I do have some fancy beam search stuff that might just automatically find the issue. I wish I had a simple way to just check every kernel with the CPU. Yeah. So it's a different answer, but it's also wrong. I mean, how sick would that be if there was just a simple way to check all the kernels with the CPU, and then like tinygrad kind of is the regression test for everybody? How's my cloning of LVM going? Oh, well. I mean, it's unlikely to be a different bug, right? We should also try, I have a different llama I can use. No, this should work. I'd rather debug it in Clang than LVM, but that still doesn't tell me much. Just because I can read Clang easier. I don't know. Is that wrong? I don't know. One of these kernels is just wrong. We can dump the assembly with sex. Okay, it looks similar to. No, I know. We have the arch, right? What? I'm setting it right. Am I not? There's the arch. Okay. I think let's disable the JIT and let's find which kernel's wrong, and let's do this at the tinygrad layer because it's going to make my life a lot easier. Okay. So where do kernels actually get run? Where do I fire off the exec items? Realize. Yeah, so that's going to be step one to finding this bug. We're going to should we send AMD the bill if we find this? No, they said, look, we got to be nice to AMD. They sent me 2 computers. They sent me 2 really nice computers. Total value, really? Like I was trolling when I was saying it was like 200,000. It's more like 500,000. So they sent me $500,000 worth of stuff. I think we can fix this bug for them. If we can fix the bug, I don't know. I'm now at 50% chance it's a bug in the compiler, 50% chance it's something else. But okay, let's track it down so we can engine. This is why you also never want to be an early adopter of technology. Like this is fine on a stream, but I shouldn't be doing this at work. Okay, so this is where the schedules actually run. You see we have these things called EIs. Oh, it'd be so much easier if I could just... So EI is an exec item. Can I type annotate this? No, I can't. But yeah, so this creates an exec item here. We have a runner. We have buffers. does the schedule know what device it's on? Schedule items also have buffers. They only have uops. It consumes. How does it know what device it's on? CTX0. What's the CTX there? Oh, the buffs. Okay, fine. So it's just using the buffers. Okay. We should just be able to copy the buffers. I don't have an easy way to like move a buffer, do I? I have to like create a new one. Can buffers do copy in and copy out? Yes, they can. All right, so we can even use as buffer. So I should be able to just say copy in b.as buffer. Should work. A schedule item like that. And then we want to should call that S, I should call that SI. This should just be a feature of tinygrad. It's actually like super useful. Okay, so we have the CPU exec item and the GPU exec item. Dot run var vals, and I don't care about do update stats. We don't care about that. Okay, great. So we copy over all the buffers. We create the buffers. Now let's copy out the buffers. CPU ei dot buff sub 0 dot as buffer. Let's see if that runs first. Love gang, I don't want to die here. Oh, we got to allocate the buffer. Copy in unallocated buffer. What? Oh, yeah. Whatever. Cannot copy into unallocated buffer. Oh, we're gonna allocate the buffer. What? You allocate the buffer? Bro, you allocate the buffer? Bro, but you didn't allocate the buffer. Just light up yellow. Thank you. I have to give it fucking metadata? I don't want to give it metadata. It shouldn't be necessary. The metadata is just for like printing those things. Okay, so you see we're like running each thing on the GPU and the CPU. All right. What does this give me? A memory view? I want a memory view. Gives me a memory view. Can I like get this as like a nice thing? Or is that's all dealt with at like higher levels of tinygrad? This could all use some refactoring. See, like I want like the thing to be like the D type and stuff. Whatever. How do I do this in tensor? All right, self.data. Here's a data. Wait, I just do as buffer? All right, that's fine. You don't have shape. I take away your shape. You thought you had a shape. You do not. I have taken your shape from you. I'll start like printing shit. Oh, great, memory. Gotta love it. How do I do this in tensor? Like a nice way to like not make it be memory. No, it's just memory. The value of the Python number. Oh, .to list. Just work. Love gang, I don't wanna die here. Nothing left to do, so baby, just lie here. Are you gonna hang? Oh, okay. Those numbers look the same. That's pretty good, right? Why is this so egregiously slow? Oh, it's like just fucking Python lists. I don't know. Just like compare like 100. I don't know, whatever. Oh, let's construct a Python list and take 26 years to do it. Okay, those look the same. All right, we're doing pretty good. All right, pretty good so far. Good start, good start. Maybe we should assert they're equal. Oh, those are floats. We got to use special stuff to assert they're equal. Import numpy as in np dot testing dot assert. All close. CPU val, GPU val. Oh, can we find the bug? Let's find the bug. Have I read some guy's book? No, readings for nerds, guys. A big fresh tea. So like, what am I gonna do when I like find the thing? It's gonna just, this is so slow. But see, look, so it's running each kernel on the CPU and the AMD. And taking forever to do it. Oh, do I have no opt on? Oh, we don't need, okay, we can get rid of no opt. Shouldn't matter if there's opt. How many times do you want to say debug equals 2? Don't worry, it knows it's 2. Is it tea that I recommended? You mean like Hong Kong milk tea? I got that a little faster. We're still streaming.
Yeah.
Is there any large tea? Like this tea? There's not any in the fridge. There's just a Squid Game energy drink.
I'll go get you one.
Should we tell them about our plans for the weekend?
Sure.
How did they getting the stuff go?
Doing well.
Whoa. Let's not tell them. Let's just speak in like vague.
I got the stuff.
You got the stuff? Was it did you go to Kowloon for it?
No.
Oh.
I got it here.
Oh, you got it here. Okay, couldn't have been too sketchy.
No, it wasn't sketchy.
Okay.
It's all good. I'm gonna get you a tea.
Thank you. Yeah. You like this one?
You're almost done with it.
No, but same. On the bottom shelf at 7-Eleven.
Alright.
It's green tea and what's this one? You guys know what this says?
I'll get you one and come back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The pill lady is back.
Hey, hey. We'll do a little Q&A when I get back.
We're doing Q&As
I'm
now?
not the pill lady. I'm not the
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I wanna
Whoa, we can only give them wrong answers though.
I wanna disabuse them of the notion that I'm the pill lady.
Well, but my stream only spreads misinformation.
Oh, I see.
We can't spread true
Oh
information.
gosh.
Don't ever tell them anything about my life.
Oh, I would never do that.
Good. No, but like anything that's even close to my life.
I would never do that.
Everything I tell them on stream is complete lies.
I told them what the
Don't
pills
worry,
are.
they can't hear us. We're all the way out here.
I told them what the pills are you take.
That's okay.
That's it?
But if we start telling them stuff like, you know, where we really are right now, that would really, really wreck the illusion of my stream.
They know I'm your handler.
Shh.
Alright, tea coming up. Do you want anything else?
Actually, there's no more coffee. Fuck tea.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the place down the street and get us some coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
Hot or cold?
Where are you going?
Harakaka.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, latte, yeah.
Iced or hot?
Hot.
Okay. Here with me.
Thank you. Wait, you didn't find the bug yet? Is it still loading? What's still loading? Oh, this sucks. Maybe we can skip all the loading ones. How do I know if it's a loading one? I don't know. Hot or cold? If I wanted cold, I would have said so. Yeah. Do I pay for rent in Hong Kong? Yo. Every person who lives in San Francisco would be so much happier if they moved here. Like, let's just take all the good software engineers from San Francisco and move here and leave that city to rot to business losers. I'm just gonna let this run. I don't know. I should really just like skip. But you see what it's doing? It's running every kernel on the CPU and the AMD and seeing if they're the same. I'm gonna drive to SFO now, move to HK and start drinking tea. I always drank tea. If you watch some of my New York streams, I was drinking tea there. No, like people who live in, oh, I'm actually also like running it twice here, which I don't have to do. See, like we made a copy of all the buffers using the low-level API, and then we schedule it on the CPU, we schedule it on the GPU, we run it on both, and then we get the like the power of tinygrad that's expressible in that little thing there is kind of unreal. Okay, good. We're almost done with this. All right, let's move on to like the attention kernels, the ones that are actually likely to be broken. Oh, there's a RockM validation suite. Well, clearly it didn't catch this bug. In the meantime, we can play with building LLVM. How do I build the LLVM project? Well, the LLVM project, that already sounds kind of overwhelming. Building LLVM. Oh, with CMake. LLVM only build will require gigabytes of space. Download and install CMake. Create a build directory. Build LLVM. Build LLVM. CMake. LLVM project. Does not appear to contain CMake lists. Well, where are the CMake lists at? Is it in here? All right. We're gonna /LLVM in here. All right. You need to pass cmake build type. Okay, debug. All right. Oh, that doesn't look like a real bug. After all that. It's not gonna. The dog is not the beast. This one. So yeah, how do I like skip all of those kernels? Like stupid heuristic can I use? I don't know. Actually, let's just write this properly. So we'll create a context var here called validate with CPU. This should actually be a feature that I upstream. This is like tinygrad's like infrastructure for adding stuff like this. All right. Let's just let's find like real bugs. Let's go to llama 3. And then here's an args benchmark. So you can just use this context in tinygrad like that. So I can just do that. That should always work. All right, so that's just going to load in normally. How's my LVM building going? All right, build files have been written. Let's just not do that wrong. Blah, 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 blah. After cmake has finished running, you can build. All right, maybe we should throw some J's on that bitch. Okay, it seems like it works. Wait, no, or we're just not. Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay, I mean, they eventually can't be the same if they're giving me different outputs. What? So they sent me the box, and I'm gonna buy their shitty stock. Yeah. Again, like either they're really undervalued or Nvidia's overvalued. There's no other way that this makes sense. They passed the test, right? That's what I'm saying. Okay, for some reason the CPU is now giving me the same wrong answer, which makes me think we like missed the bad kernel, or it's the copies that aren't working. Oh, no, but no, that's it's using a totally different path on no, let's validate this all with CPU. And maybe I was too lenient with my RTOS? I doubt it. I didn't like write anything stupid, did I? No, 1e minus 3 should be fine on both. I don't know, maybe it's not in the first 10. Let's go to 20. It's a little bit more. 20, okay, so it's probably not these like loading things. I mean, it could be RAM, maybe. All right, my odds that this is a compiler bug has gone down. Hypothetical, what if Jensen sends me a B200? Yeah, I'll be excited to add support for it. We'll add support to our NVIDIA runtime. We'll thank Jensen. We'll still say we think his stock is overvalued, but wait. I just saw ones that were different. Am I seeing things? What's all those AMD kernels that don't have CPU equivalents? Where are those running? Oh, that's like when I rerun it there. We actually don't need to do that. So probably want to pop it off the schedule. I want that to be consumed. Yeah, like this. Okay, so I don't understand. We know it works on the CPU. I can also just copy the metadata. Let's copy and return the buffer. That was cool. Let's write this in a more tinygrad style. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you want to do Q&A?
No.
No.
Just kidding. Should we?
I don't know.
How's it going? What is this?
The AMD, the new AMD GPU gives the wrong answer for something.
Weird.
We're trying to figure out why.
They're mostly working now?
They're mostly working.
That's good.
Maybe for the other one I should use HIP. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're slowly building LLVM because we didn't throw any J's on it. Should we give it a little J? It's a lot of zeros. Okay, maybe the problem is that we didn't go large enough. This 20 thing is pretty bad. Okay, let's do this properly. So where's my NumPy shit? I do this in NumPy. Like this functionality should move to, yeah. Then we need like from MPD type to NPD type. Be moved buffer from tensor. This is like sick functionality to have in tinygrad once this actually works. Buff.dtype.base. Okay, that seems right. There's not going to be a, yeah, okay. And now we're checking the whole buffer. Now we're not going to throw a single J on it. We're going to throw a, free variable NP is, love gang, I don't want to die here. Nothing left to do, so baby, just lie here. Now you gotta limit your J's. That's too many J's. That's too many. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, this hasn't hit yet. We definitely need this functionality in buffer and not in tensor. I wish I could just trust one of you to tastefully do that, but if I tell you to do a refactor like this, for some reason you're going to do it tastelessly. Like you're going to capitalize the middle U in the word buffer. And I'm like, are you trolling me with this? Okay, then the other things that come to mind are like sub-buffer support being broken or something. It's crazy that both HIP and the other thing seem to do it in the wrong way. All right, let's comment that crap out. And if we want to validate the whole thing with CPU, we can just say validate with CPU equals 1. Oh, I'm also setting JIT equal to 0. So we should probably... Let's do a few more confirmations that things are broken without this validate with CPU. Okay. No validate with CPU. We run that here. And we set CPU equal 1 here. Do they have different outputs? Let's find out. Oh, coffee's delicious. A long night ahead of ourselves. We got the supplies. All right. The GPU one's already done, and it printed lots of eyes. And the CPU one is saying more like, hello, how can I assist you today? That's right. How can you assist me today? Let's ask that question. Oh, you can provide? All right, sweet. So if it's not the kernels that are broken, it could be the copies that are broken. So, okay, you see that HIP gave me that result, and CPU gave me that result. Like, there's nothing in the HIP backend that's like remotely controversial. It's the simplest backend of tinygrad. I mean, like if that's broken, if HIP mem copy is broken, this is synchronous, right? Like this is the HIP backend. It's literally that simple. Let's think through my checker code and make sure I'm checking the right thing. You only need to copy in allocated buffers. That'll make things a little faster. Why is that 0? Well, I guess because it's not. I don't know what rock GDB is going to get me. You clearly see at the end of the day, one of them produces this and the other one produces the other thing. And on one GPU, it does differently. And you saw also, we can double check that the other, actually we should probably just check that. So if I run this on, I mean, again, I'm doing a pretty clear thing that means it's got to kind of be some AMD bug somewhere, right? Or I'm holding it wrong. So this is just hip visible devices equals 1. So we're using the GFX 1100 instead of the they do use the same compiler. No, but the LLVM one gave me the same answer too. Which is another pointer to some, like that puts the arch in a different way. So this is the answer from the CPU. Let's look at the answer from this GPU. This is a 7900 XTX, not the new one. Hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, so that works. Also, it gives a different answer with opt and without opt, which is another crazy thing. But if all the kernels match, the only other thing besides kernels is copies. Oh, we can try disabling LRU, Alec. Possible it's that. So if there's like some synchronization bugs, we have an LRU allocator. We disable that. LRU. No LRU. Ah! Got it. Okay, half the elements don't match in this kernel. It looks like it's one of them loading the weights. Yeah, okay, so that changed nothing. It's not the LRU allocator. Okay. I'm like L here. My percent chance that it's a compiler bug just went up to 70%. Yeah, we got him. Got him, tell him I got him. Oh, Lil Wayne. Gotta tell him I got him. So it looks like half the kernel ran or something. All right, cool. That match thing is stupid. I'm gonna get rid of that. So I want to upstream this feature to make the code look beautiful. Beautiful code. Actual. Desired. Oh, look at that. Can everyone just take a minute and look at that beauty? Like, think about what it would take to write that kind of feature in a different framework. Plus, I've got AMD stock. That's right. We're going to fix the bug and we're going to pump the stock. Okay, so it's this one that's broken. How am I going to... God, it's one of the weight loading. It's one of the weight loading kernels. Trying to load the norm weight. Actually, it almost looks like it's after that. Oh, it is only there in one. Right, so that loads the weights and stuff. I just don't want to sit around and wait forever while this, I know what we'll do. Let's just hack it and load the weights backwards. It should be a one-line change, right? Where do we load the weights? In bars and bathrooms, all you did was what I had to. Don't believe me when I tell you it's just what anyone would do. Oh, is it calling fix BF16? Is that where this bullshit is? Okay, it's not load weights. Load. Quantized? No, how do I load these in reverse? It's just a normal weight loader. It's an end state, load state dict. Just so we get to the bad kernel faster. Brutal. Okay, well, good, it fails right away. Why is that not printing anything there? Huh? I have a lot of questions about this. That should have printed, oh, no, I still have debug equals 2 on. So it should have printed when those exec items ran. I don't know why it didn't. That's not a thing. Wait, what? Okay. Wait, what? I don't even understand this. Does it still like work? Since I reversed the thing? The copy is failing? If I don't do update stats, does that not print? Oh yeah, you have to do update stats. Yeah. Whatever. So why is that copying from CPU to CPU? Oh, because that's like I see. Needs an iterable to iterate. All right, yeah, I just broke stuff. What? Can't just reverse it. Why not though? Oh, does it not? Does that not work? This looks like a very different bug. We also probably shouldn't check Should we yield a schedule item in there and then just add the logic to there? It's probably nicer. No, but I like use that in a whole bunch of places. That's annoying. Does this backwards thing work? It looks like it didn't actually go backwards. Did I get rid of the backwards thing? What happened to my backwards thing? Did I get rid of it? You guys been watching me? Did I get rid of it? That should work, right? Load freak says that's fine. Okay, great. Good. We're getting to the problem fast. Okay. Okay, fine. You're in a supported kernel. This isn't the kernel. Let's look at, yeah, well, this is this kernel, but you gotta, kernel is an overloaded word. It means lots of things. You want some popcorn? All right, so I believe that this is the broken code. I don't know why those are RIDX. Oh, could it be because this number's big? Well, that'd be stupid. No, it's not even that big on there. That's a fine number. Okay, this kernel didn't match this kernel. Let's leave that up here because that's good quality shit. Oh, I love that validate with CPU. Oh, we caught something. We caught a fish. Yeah, how come fish never catch people? I didn't think about that. They do. They're called sharks. Sometimes I need someone to talk to because I'm not a human being. Part 2. Wait, what? Okay. Could it have to do with the big? It almost like it does have to do with the big shit. mean, HIP should assert if that's a problem. Oh, I mean, okay, it's possible that it's still a compiler. Issue. Interesting. So it looks like it only did 1/8 of them. So what's that divided by 8? Might not be a compiler issue. Looks like it just only supports 128,000 on that second dimension. But the other HIP has no problems with this. Okay, here, let's just do another run over here. Make sure that we're good if we set the visible devices to 1. It's possible that this global size is too large for some reason. That's what I'm leaning towards now. Because I really doubt that kernel's broken. I really doubt that's a compiler bug. We're nowhere near integer limits. Wait, are we? Could we be near your integer limits? That same kernel ran fine over there. No, that's only 217. It's only 215 million. We can also confirm that AMD has the same issue. Yeah, it does. Same issue, same problem. Okay. It's using a large kernel, and notice how there's no issues on this one. Okay. It's using a large kernel, and this group ID seems to be too large. See if we can find any docs about this. HIP max group ID. Max thread dims, max grid size. Is there like a, it's like CL info, but HIP info? HIP config. Full? Not useful. Okay, here. Navigate to the HIP samples directory. Yeah, well, of course that doesn't work. So, again, okay, it's possible it's this. And if it turns out to be this, holy shit, you should have put an assert, you know? Like if you're building like a thing you want developers to use, you should put an assert. Okay, good hallucination, Grok. Still seem to be real. Does it show up in OpenCL? I mean, maybe. Is it the total globals that doesn't work, or is it just that one? It tells me that. All right. Maybe we should just write a simple test and see if we can make it fail. I'll show you how this stuff works in the tinygrad runtime. It's kind of cool. So we can just do from tinygrad runtime dot ops hip import hip device hip program. We have a compiler here. AMD compiler. Need to pass anything to hip device? I don't think so. Hip program, AMD compiler. Oh, let's do bin equals. Compile. I think we have to construct that. Compile. That program is very simple. Hip program needs to be made on the device. We need to give it a name. And then we can do program call. Oh, I need to allocate fucking buffers. Oh, fucking buffers. And buffer, hip allocator. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I gotta spell allocator, right? I mean, I don't, but, you know, it's just mean not to. Allocator.alloc. I don't know what they're chars. Something like that, times that. Both chars. Okay, cool. Args global size equals times that local size equals local. Might already be the default, so I don't actually need that. And then weight equals 2. Integrate an arch. Doesn't know about occals. You can tell about occals. There's the thing about occals. All right, you excited? You fucking psyched, bro? Known type size T. Oh, oh. The assert guy was on vacation. Yeah, no. That might be true. Oh, what? Only applies to kernel function. I Need this crap too. Memory access? Privilege? Show you privilege. It doesn't look like a real thing. I don't know. All right, cool. Oh, we really need to put that thing in NumPy. You know that shit. You know the thing. You know the thing. But I'm not gonna do it now because I'm lazy. All right, let's see how many ones it has. Let's just kind of fill it with ones. Oh, it's not even a buffer. Oh, boo, boo, boo. We're gonna go to a higher level of abstraction. Raise the abstraction. I mean, I could just do copy out, but then I get like none of this syntactic sugar. So whatever. I'll throw some deep buff on this bitch. You guys really get exposed to my inner monologue. This is actually what it sounds like. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm in my head with. NumPy shit. D-typey. All right. The fucking zeros. Zeros. Well, that one works. That one don't work. Bad AMD. Bad AMD. But what's crazier is that, I mean, okay, let's actually make this. I shouldn't have done it like this. Device.compiler. How do I get the compiler from the device? Forget it, this shit works. I don't actually need that. I can just get that from the device, and then we can try it with the AMD backend. You see the zeros? Who sees the zeros? Delete all that shit. That work? Device doesn't have program. HIP device has no attribute program. You didn't make your attribute program. Do like if something like that. God, I forget how this shit works. Still call it compiled. I really still call it compile. Runtime. That I can do like dev dot compiler. Do that. All right, great. Now we're abstracting away from. There we go. We did a higher level abstraction. I should have done that to begin with. Damn, my abstractions are much better now. Those are pretty good. Yep, program and it takes 4 positional arguments, but 5 were given. Yeah, because don't give it to dev. Those are good abstractions. All right. We have now reduced it to the minimum bullshit. What is it? Name? Can I get the name of the device? How do I get the name? How do I get the buffer? I don't want a buffer. Let's try it on AMD now. See if it behaves the same way. Yo, hip, you should have. This is not cool. All right, there it is with AMD, just faster because it doesn't use stupid hip. Interesting. Look at that. It hung for a long time and then printed that. So it's like it's trying and then failing. Interesting. I can also just use device default and then I can just whatever, but okay. An AMD bug? No way! Couldn't be an AMD bug. No way, because AMD doesn't write bugs. Okay, how many zeros did we get? How do I check that quickly in NumPy? Big -1 non-zero. So we can figure out exactly how many I got. All right, it did exactly 1 megabyte of ones. Can I do this all in one OCL group? Let's try to get even simpler with this. Oh, also let's stump the shader and see if there's anything stupid. I don't do that. I can decompile. I have a tool for that. Dev.compiler.disassemble mbin. Sick. How nice are my abstractions, guys? Okay. So where's the bug? Okay, let's first try something like this. I don't know, let me commit this. I'm on the stupid LVM branch, whatever. Okay, don't need any of that. Let's try something like okay, that worked. What if I put it as the second one? Interesting. Invalid argument. All right, this is a lot more reasonable. I mean, this is like very standard looking GPU code, right? You guys know what this looks like. Again, the killer thing that makes this whole thing unexcusable, this is definitely an AMD bug, right? There's no question about that now. It's possible that if we actually query the thing, that it tells you that the launch size can't be that big, but still, put in a fucking assert, you know? Because if I switch to the other GPU, this behaves correctly. Like that's my ace in the hole, right? It's not, I don't think I can be holding it wrong to get that behavior. All right, let's make this smaller. Shouldn't have to be this big. So what if I just go 65337? Still broken? Correct on that one. Incorrect on that one. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this has a max size of 65336. That's the bug. I think if I flip these around, it's fine. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Great. All right, let's add shit to my driver to make it better than him. Okay, actually, let's also see if this one matters at all. So what if I just go to like 4 here? Okay, good, that's also wrong. What if I go to 1 here? You're not allowed to put 1 as the first dimension? I might have complained last time. No, okay, good. So there's your minimal failing example. All right, I'm sure there's some stupid hip way to get this that we should be checking. Hip device prop T. All right, we're already getting the device properties. Useless. Where's that one? Max grid size. All right, there you go. So there's your max. You know, I think this actually copies in the video. Look at that. This one also returns the same max, yet it works. A lot of questions, boys. A lot of questions. So this one returns the same thing, but it works. Should be a way to get the name right. Is it dname? I don't think that works. That work? No, it works. But that's AMD. All right. want the fix for this? We have a fix for this, I believe, because I believe I do it in NVIDIA. Oh, it's actually in a renderer, I think. All right, let's try the thing again. Give me the right answer now? So they copied this feature from NVIDIA and they made it actually work. Hello, how can I assist you today? I can provide entertainment and bullshit. It's pretty good actually on params. That bandwidth's actually good. Okay, bug fixed. All right, so it was not a compiler bug. It was they silently changed the behavior of the locals max to actually be enforced. No, like it was fine to query that info, but like two things about it were like very broken. HIP should have asserted, but then why does it work on the other one? Wait, actually, that's sick though. This is a great, I mean, that's pretty amazing that it's getting more. This is a 7900 XTX. And this is the 700 XTX. This is the new one. And it's pretty amazing. Again, in line with AMD having great hardware, and like who wrote that software? Who thought this was like a good idea? So this gets 72 tokens per second out of the box. This gets 69. Okay, let's beam them both. Give them a minute, and they're going to search for the fastest kernels they can find. I probably could have done JIT beam, but it doesn't matter. This is going to be really slow because of that. No, it's fine. Use the same RAM. They load at similar speeds. I'll push this all off stream. Okay, so with beam, we get it up to 78. Oh. See, here's where that guy really shines. None of JIT 0. The only difference is which device I made visible. Okay, so our AMD backend works totally fine. I almost wonder, because NVIDIA's limitation is real, and NVIDIA actually has the asserts. Yeah, so you see it's faster on this one. That's more like the disparity I would expect. Yeah, it's a little slower than 700 XTX, but on the non-beamed thing, it's good. How do we feel about this? We'll let non-subscribers talk, and let's have a discussion about how we feel about this bug. I think it wasn't difficult to find where to query, but It's non-intuitive, and there should be an assert. I mean, there's no assert in AMD, to be fair, so it's not like it's a big mistake putting non-subs. Why? They're gonna derail me? We're gonna get derailed? Yeah, 10 minutes later, we're derailed. 10 minutes later, we're back to talking about why you want to have just gold and you don't want to have a dual monetary coinage thing, because anytime there's complexity, they're scamming. Whenever they make things complex, oh, but you have to, George really didn't study modern monetary theory. You guys are fucking CIA shills. Well, there's not enough money in circulation to back it all by gold. What are you even talking about? Money in circulation? What do you think that shit is? Well, you see, there's not enough money in all the monopoly sets in all the world to back it by gold. What are you talking about? Just make it less gold. That's the real shit. Whatever, how much ever money there is, that's how much money you get in circulation. Gold's just mispriced. Yeah, we're accusing people of being CIA shells. Oh, because I'm a reverse engineer. No, you guys, if you believe in the paper money, you're an idiot. Or you're on the take. One of two things. You're either an idiot or on the take. Yeah, we need chat to derail us. No, but the dollars are worthless. Hey, bitch, I said the dollars are worthless. Yo, this is backed by the whole threat of the US military. If you don't say the dollars are valuable, bitch, I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Is everything okay in here?
Yeah, I mean, we're explaining to them how the money is not real and that only gold is real money.
I see. Alright.
Yeah, no, it's okay. How do you feel about the monetary crisis?
You know how I feel.
Do you guys know that I actually like people think that she copies my ideas, but I actually just copy my ideas from her.
I copy my ideas from him.
My handler gives me my ideas.
What do I think about the monetary theory?
Modern monetary theory. You see,
The velocity of money is really low. Most money in US dollars doesn't move and just sits there. That's a big problem.
Don't tell them that.
You should read a book called The Great Taking. It'll blow your mind.
More people will get ideas about starting businesses where they pass the dollars back and forth to increase the velocity of money.
This is one of my faves. Have you told him about our new business?
She's gonna start a business?
And he's gonna start a business, and we'll pay each other $1.
Yeah, we'll work for each other.
Yeah, because it's scalable software. It's SaaS. That means we get a 15 to 20x markup on our revenue. And so if
we don't even need a markup. We can have all the revenue we want. We'll just pass the same dollar back and forth over and over again.
Same dollar back and forth.
Infinite revenue glitch. Actually, no. Amanda, it's important.
And we each have a multi-million-dollar company.
It's important that we have blockchain technology, because if we were passing the dollars back and forth using wire transfers, it would take a long time. We need the dollars to go back and forth really fast.
If we make them go around
the
fast
velocity
enough,
of money.
If we make them go fast enough, maybe it's like one of those glitches where it just pops up in both of our accounts frequently enough.
Yeah.
TalkTow.
She knows about TalkTow.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
we're gonna get taxed for each transfer.
Yeah.
Wow.
We should go to a tax-friendly jurisdiction.
Wait, the taxes are just lowering the velocity of money.
Yeah, we should try to go to a tax-friendly jurisdiction, preserve as much of this new wealth as we can.
That's a good point.
Yeah, tax optimization. But yeah, that 15 to 20x multiple, we can both have big businesses.
Big business. Think like Sam Altman sized.
But you know how like, even if you get a really high venture valuation, you still can't like go to a bank and get a loan against it. Like if my company gets valued by VCs as like $100 million company, I can't say, okay, I own 30% of it and go get a loan from an actual bank for like $30 million because they know it's.
Do you know what you could get a loan against?
What?
If you owned $100 million of gold, they'd give you a loan against that, right?
They would definitely like to have your gold, that's for sure.
They would love to give you a loan against the gold. Why? Why is that?
Well, in the 30s, they took everybody's gold. Like, no one even remembers this in the US.
I'm telling you that there's like the CIA or some intelligence agency I
They
can't.
made it illegal. Look up the U.S. laws. It was illegal to own any gold because
I can't
they
believe
made everyone bring in their jewelry. They had
Yeah,
everyone bring in
no,
their
I
jewelry.
I can't believe there's commenters who are shilling for not the gold standard. I don't understand. You must work for an intelligence agency.
But it's hard to go back to the gold standard. We really want to go back to the, it's hard to go back.
Wait, no,
You can't
no.
go back, you can't ever go back.
It's this easy. I'm just gonna make a money backed by gold, and
Okay,
then
but
maybe.
you're not saying return the US dollars.
No, the US dollar's over. You're not gonna fix the US dollar. That thing's inflated to hell. The US dollar's going to zero.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I try to, like, I think it'd be cool
Like
if some
when the US
crypto
doesn't make enough steel to make guns to tell you that the US dollar is valuable, it's going to zero.
Some crypto treasury should just buy a bunch of gold and retroactively back itself in gold and then just be a properly gold-backed thing.
Yeah.
Find some way to.
I mean, someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna make a currency that's backed by gold, and everyone's gonna use it.
Yeah, it's just hard for the currency to have like the hand to reach out to the actual gold, right? Like what compels the person that holds the marker for the piece of gold to actually transfer? Like that's
there's a crisis with like what you want is like you wanted like Switzerland not to cuck out and like do that. Switzerland was the longest backed by gold currency. And for some reason, shifts are still worth something. I don't know, but all it makes is shifts really expensive when you go to Switzerland and try to buy a beer.
Mm. Yeah. Back on the money of
The value of dollar would be more volatile and less predictable. Yeah, but it would be real.
There's a lot of good thinking about elite suppression of volatility in order to maintain control, and that there's actually a lot more volatility than gets captured properly in
we all got
goes
poor. Like we all got poor once the gold shit went away. Like we all got scammed. We all got so scammed. Where's my graph about this? Where's my inflation graph?
I'm just seeing demoralization.
The demoralization is just beginning, but no, it's the AMD thing. I don't know, where'd my graph go of inflation? You have to take the integral. That's the key thing. No, I mean that's just. You gotta go way back. You gotta go back. Where's my inflation graph? This stuff's even hard to find. Oh, here. This is a pretty good one. This is just consumer prices off of the reliable source known as Reddit. Wow, everything's pretty stable. Backed by gold. Some dumb fuckery happens with wars. The dumb fuckery continues. Oh shit, why do we even need to back it by anything anymore? To the moon! By the way, you see this? You see this axis here? That's logarithmic.
This only goes to 2015 also. I bet it'd be crazy now.
I bet the line continued like this.
And the COVID.
This is logarithmic. You are overpaying like 25x for everything.
Who's making all the money?
Well,
Where does it all go?
Where does it all go? That's a good question. What happened? Prices used to come down. Now prices only go to the moon. No, but you don't understand modern monetary consumer prices. All the shit's expensive. Is that okay? Are you okay with shit being expensive? Here's the trick, though. Here's the trick. You don't feel so bad about this because technology. Like, everything should have been dirt cheap by now. We should live in a world of post-scarcity, but you all got scammed by fake money.
Well, things charge as much as they can in order to still have you buy them. And if you're being given a bunch of fake money, then people can charge more fake money to charge you for, right? Like, it's not the actual price of the goods.
You see, you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle and Malcolm dates that dumb girl and she says, what if we just made the $1 bill the $1 million bill? Then everybody could be millionaires. Exactly. But we did it with extra steps. We did it with extra steps.
Yeah. Well.
Do they know about the Amanda Show?
The Amanda Show?
The Amanda Show. You know the Amanda Show?
I do.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist yet.
Oh, the Amanda Show doesn't exist yet.
It'll exist next week.
Oh.
George is gonna be on it.
Oh, whoa. Let's not pre-announce anything. How much Adderall does it take to be you? Bro, I'm in Hong Kong. You think I'm taking Adderall? Drugs are for losers. They were right. It turns out the DARE guy was right about drugs. You know, that's the real joke on all of you. You know, there's the DARE officer. Let's get a picture of a DARE officer. He turned out to be right. And like all your friends who were like, oh, I'm gonna go do ayahuasca in the South American woods are morons. And he was right. He was right. All right, that's a good place to end the stream. Thank you, everybody. We found a bug in HIP today, and we got activities to do this evening. So I will see you next week. Thank you for watching my stream. I really appreciate most of you, except for some of you who I don't appreciate. But you guys are the minority. The 30% of you who are the problem, I don't appreciate. But the rest of you who are not the problem, especially the people who are here to fix the problem. We should fix the problem, and the problem is that the money is fake and everybody's poor because of it. And we can make everybody rich if we make the money real. Okay, thank you for watching the stream. Bye.